Hi guys, I'm so excited to share my last project with you. This is Dennis from Moku Poultry Farm, and this is a structure for some farmer who called us to help her. She got some people to construct her a chicken structure, but unfortunately they never reached her expectations. Just the way you can see, they abandoned it actually. After failing, they thought it was something easy, but it wasn't. You know, constructing these structures also needs some technicalities. So she called us and we had to clear the mess. If at all you can see, well, the poles they used weren't that good for the structure like this. Remember, they were gonna put another floor on top, so it was the downer floor and the upper floor. So those poles were too little, so we had to put in other poles. The poles would have been bigger than these ones, but since we didn't have to demolish the whole structure, the lady never had enough money to put up a new structure, so we had to move with this structure just to clear what wasn't done right. So what we had to do, we had to join these poles. After joining these poles, as you can see there, they just put the plastic bags on these poles just to avoid the termites, but the plastic bag is always useless when you don't put on oil. These poles, we either have to cover it with the old oil or we use some chemicals, but usually for us in Africa we use oil because it's cheaper and you can easily get it from anywhere. So after that we had to start aligning our upper floor just the way you can see. We do our work very simple but smart, you get it. The work takes time, days, weeks, if not months, but at the end of it all, it's always a nice work. Just the way you can see, for us, we don't use timber as usually, we use the wood cut-offs, just because timber is at times expensive, yet the wood cut-offs and the timber, they all deliver the same purpose. So it's much better when the client asks us to use the timbers. We can still use the timber, but if someone comes and explains like I have little money, we cannot force these clients to use the timber. At the end of the day, the end result is the same, so we just use the wood cut-offs, we lay them down, then after that we put on the mesh. Still, we don't usually buy only new things now, like the way you see the iron sheets. We use the second-hand iron sheets upon the client request. Some clients are just struggling to get a capital, so you cannot force them or burden them with too much cost of new iron sheets, so we use the old ones. This is the wire mesh I'm talking about. So after putting us the wood cut-offs, we put the mesh. Just the way you see, we make sure that we align the mesh throughout. It covers all the wood cut-offs. We don't leave any wood cut-off outside. The reason for this wood mesh, it helps us in when we are putting the sand, it holds the sand together. Like I told you, these people had not finished the structure, so we also had to put the ridges. They had never put the ridges, so we had to put them so that the structure looks nice. Just the way you see, it takes some time, but at the end of the day, it's always nice. We do our work very simple but neat. As you can see, now our structure is already taking shape. It's already looking like a chicken structure now. We put some little balcony. This helps a farmer to get up. Like sometimes you don't want to enter the farm, but you just need to overlook into your flock to see if at all it's nice or everything is set inside. So we put that small balcony for you. Like I said, we mix this sand with cement and we just pour. We don't need to get concrete. Concrete is heavy and expensive for nothing. Remember, after this putting this sand, after the sand setting, we also have to put the wood shavings on top, so it's useless to use concrete. Just the way you see, and at the end of the day, that thing looks exactly nice and we don't put much weight on the structure. Hope you can see after some time our sand sets very well, and the structure looks very nice on top, and the remaining thing was to put the iron sheet and the mesh, and we call it a day. Our structures are always nice, and now the way you can see it, there is no difference between the one who has used concrete and we who used just the mesh and the sand. Just look at our structure. Now this one is set, and it's ready to receive the flock. Thanks for watching, and we shall keep in touch. I'll be bringing you such projects because we are always having them, very many.